Hi there, it's Wendy from Ask the Landlady, and I'm here with all the tips and tricks to help you make a profit in real estate rentals. I have a couple books out, check them out on Amazon, and hit subscribe because I have been doing, this is like my number 82 video or question, so there's a lot of information out there. It's the first time you're seeing me, check out all the other information I've thrown out there. But today's question for the landlady is, what if I fail as a landlady or a landlord? That's a sobering one, right? I could go through all those nice little truisms like the only failure is not trying, or the person who never fails never tries anything new. But we all know that failure sucks big time, and nobody wants to be there. Nobody wants to have a goal and then not meet it. But if you're here watching this video, you obviously have an entrepreneurial mindset and you want to try your hand at real estate and you want to do something new in your life and be successful at it. So again, if you seek out information and get help as needed, you won't fail. You might have a learning experience, but you won't be a complete failure. A property might fail, or a rental situation might fail, right? You might have to evict them. But those are isolated issues and they don't represent the whole picture. You can unload an underperforming property and you can evict a bad tenant. You might lose some money and pride in the process, but you can keep going, right? That's not a failure. That's just a setback. That's just a roadblock. That's a business situation. It's not personal. It's not about you, right? It's the goal is still in place to make a profit, and you can still do that. Those are just isolated things. I had a couple failures. What I would consider different situation is maybe when the whole thing fails. And I've had a couple things like that. About 10 years into my landlady career, I decided to try a couple new avenues. Like this was getting stale. I'm like renting, I got a process, things are going great. Let's try something new, right? Everybody wants to try something new. And as it happens, everybody was on that flipping bandwagon. I was like, oh, sure, I'll do that too. Well, as it happens, flipping is a very different skill set from just renting out a property. And the cost kept growing to the point that I knew I was gonna make a profit here. So while I was somewhat even, I cut bait and I sold that property. I was a failure at being a flipper. Chalked up the whole thing as experience and said, you know what, it kind of solidified the fact, stay in your lane, Wendy, you're better at being a landlady. So flipping, not for me. But since I was still into new endeavors, I decided to buy a continuous gutter business because I was going to do gutter work. So I had an employee who had done it, was great at it. It seemed like it was a great deal. I got the equipment really cheaply, so it was a great idea. Well, it seems like we had a lot of gutter work people around town, and what people really wanted done was roof work. So we were bidding those jobs. Well, my guy wasn't so great at quoting that as he was gutter stuff, so we weren't getting very far. So again, it was like, we're not gonna do this. I sold my equipment for more than what I paid for it, so that was a win-win there, but it still was a failed business. It just wasn't gonna work for me, and so I bailed out. But in both those situations, of course, I could have kept working at it. I could have found the right person to help me make both those endeavors profitable. But it boils down to the fact that I didn't really have the necessary passion for either project, and that's okay. I regrouped myself to the projects that I wanted to do, found the things that I found enjoyable, like continuing to find new property deals and building my business, building storage units. That was an avenue that has been very lucrative and very successful, and writing books as an author. So I found my ways to be successful, but did I fail? Yeah, I failed at a couple things, and every day I have situations that might fail. But my failure? Absolutely not. And you aren't either. So, I'm trying to say here is if you have the passion, you will make anything work. But if you don't, cut bait, do something else. Life's too short to be trying to work on something that you lost interest in, right? Let's be real. So first of all, have passion. If you have passion about something, you won't fail. One part of the aspect or the job might fail, but the whole endeavor will not fail because you will make that work. And if it doesn't, if you don't have the passion for it, find what does and then work at it until you get there. So again, did you have any failures in life? What are you successful at? I'd love to hear about it. Shoot me something in the comments. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and Twitter, all that stuff. Ask the Landlady, check out my website, and I would love to hear from you because we're all in this together and we all want to be successful at real estate. Thanks. Have a great day.